these are the bead stack dies. So you have the square and you have the round. The square one cuts 22 little dies with a hole in the middle, and the circle one cuts 12 dies, and the last one in the circle, which is teeny tiny, doesn't have a pokey hole, and that's deliberate because otherwise it would distort the circle that we wanted. But whatever you die cut it out of, just pop your pokey tool and just push it lightly and the bit will come out from there for you. So how do we use these? Well, before anything else, when you die cut them, because you've got your central circles in the middle and you've got quite a lot of pressure, if you find that it's difficult for your die cuts to pop out of the die, which it shouldn't do because they're Teflon coated, just run a tumble dry sheet over before you place your cardstock or your felt down, whatever you're cutting. And I also wouldn't recommend cutting more than one or more than two pieces of card at the same time, because the more layers you put on or the more paper you put on, you can, because of the pressure, you can distort like the top holes, so they might not be quite big enough when you've cut them because it can't go through as sharply. Anyway, that's that. So I'm just going to show you how the concept works. So you'll get a tool, you'll get a Mylar strip, okay, which fits on there, and that's basically just to give you a bit of movement when you're building things up. So when you've die cut, we're going to start with the circle one. So when you've die cut your circles out, it does help to have them placed in graduated size order, because that's how you get your different effects for your round beads, like this here, for example. So they've just been built up and stacked. You could have them all the same, but can you see the different effects you can achieve? So these are done with felt. I'm actually going to work with felt, but the others here, these are done using card, and you can see the different effects you can get just by mixing, matching, adapting the shapes. Lots of different things you can do, but I'm just going to show you a very simple one, and then as you get the hang of it, you can actually build up yourself and just sit and play. It's really good fun. So, well, I think it is. So we'll start with the biggest one. We're just going to put that on the base here like that. Now, as I say, this is felt. You can use our bookbinding glue. You can also use fabric glue. So I'll pop a little bit on there, and I'm just going to go graduate down in size each time. It's just remembering. That's the next one. 1, 2, 3. Next one is going to be 4. And I did stiffen my felt before I die cut it. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier to work with. Looking at the side of it to see the size, so do I want to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit longer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a size we want to do next? So I'm just going to put that one on there. Okay, I'm just going to make a small bead. So what I'm going to do now is, if you were at home, just give this time to set before you do the next stage. Take this off. I'm just going to invert it the other way. Okay. And then I'm going to start again. There's quite a lot of glue on there. I probably didn't need that much. We'll take a bit off. Pop that on there. So what I've done is I've inverted it, and I'm now working down again. Okay, I'm still putting that on there, just wiping the glue away. your fingers get gluey, you can always use tweezers to pick the beads up. Okay, right, so I'm just going to push that there. Give that a good squish. That's purely and simply because I want the glue to dry. And then I would actually leave this to dry probably on the tool. But then that is your bead that is created. And don't forget, as I said, you can build lots of other different shapes. It's just really playing, building them up. Those are with card. I really like the effect with the card as well. So that's those there. So that is your round beads. And now we'll go on to the square beads. So you've got a lot more incremental squares. You've got 22 in fact, I think 22, 21, so they go all the way down. I've cut these in felt. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these on and start building up, and make sure when you open your, if you've got a little box that's got all your bits in, make sure you don't open it upside down like I did, because all your carefully graduated bits will fall out, and that will be really annoying, and it's very hard to get them back in the right order. So I'm just building up graduated ones here. A bit like licorice all sorts, I always think. Obviously they're not licorice all sort colour, but as you're building it up. Now you could do the same as you've done on the circle bead and turn it and twist it, but I actually quite like that as a bead on its own, sort of pyramid shaped. But if you wanted to, you could do exactly the same thing, turn it, twist it, and then we're going to go down again. And remember as well, I'll show you some examples in a minute, but you can offset each time you build it like this. If you can see it, you offset it and then you get a different effect as well, but I'm just going to do them on top like this for now. colour, just so you can see it. Okay, so again, you want to give this time to dry. But that there is a different bead effect again. So lots you can do. Don't forget to show us what you've come up with. I'm going to put that one back on actually, so it can dry properly in there. Show us what you come up with your designs, because that's a square bead like that. So this is also using the square bead one, but you can see here they've just been offset. This is done with card. They've just been offset to create a different pattern. And these here are offset, just different sizes. You've just done, we haven't gone down and graduated, we've just like jumped sizes done across there. That one is exactly the same size, and we just loads of them stacked together. And then on here we've got more that have been twisted. They've just been placed at an angle as they've gone round, and then we've turned it round and done exactly the same on the other side. So there are multiple uses you can use with these to make different things. Looking forward to seeing what you do. Please don't forget to show us. Bye.